Hey everybody, how's it going? We're going to be playing some Blitz chess today here on chess.com as we play Kikoa 23, 607 rated. He's going to start with a G3 opening. I'll open with E5. Just move my D pawn in the middle, kind of a modern opening, bringing fiend kettoing that light score bishop, and then attacking with his queenside knight. So let's bring in our kingside knight here to attack, trying to take control of the center early. And then advances the e4 pawn. Kind of a strange opening to start here. Thinking about taking. So this is just a straight 10-minute game. Let's go ahead and just take. Pressure on the knight, force this queen to come out, maybe a little prematurely. And so now something to keep in mind, he does have 3 attackers, so I got to add in another defender here, which I can do with my light score bishop. Kind of 2 birds with 1 stone with that one. I'm able to develop a piece while protecting this. So now 1, 2, 3 defenders for their 1, 2, 3 attackers. And strangely brings out this knight to the h3 square. I don't truly understand that move. I'm actually thinking about taking here, forcing this to come here. I'm even thinking about moving my queen up to get kind of a brigade to that piece, because there's not a lot of ways he can protect it. Let's first do this. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I should bring this up or not. I don't have a ton of time. No increment in this game, so if he tries to move here, I guess he'll be trying to attack this light score bishop. That'll be made clear fairly soon. Attacking the queen here. Can move back to this d1 square. And decides not to. Can bring out the dark score bishop to put more pressure. I'm thinking about doing that. Because then he can't go here, can't go here. Really has to step back here or here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. With the idea of moving the queen in next. Okay, and so then attacks here. We're just going to go ahead and castle to prevent him from taking. A lot of queen movement early from Kikoa 23, American player. Watch The Last Dance on ESPN tonight. Very good. About Michael Jordan's final season with the Chicago Bulls. And they're going to take this pawn here. And I guess the idea being they can take my queen, but I'm going to go ahead and just take here. And if he wants to trade queens, that's kind of okay with me. I'm looking at either taking here or taking here. Either way, they can't take back. Also looking at taking this queen. Let's go ahead and take here. Prevents him from castling as well for right now. I do think that the idea will be to take my queen. I'll take with my rook. I like my development more. They still have to develop this dark score bishop. They can't castle yet because of that dark score bishop and because of my light score bishop taking on the h3 knight. Had some bad luck recently playing. I've just not been playing very well, to be completely honest with you. Started out really well with this series, won my first 3 games, and since then I just haven't been able to keep it up. So hopefully we will tonight. So they're going to actually retreat on this one. Thinking about even moving here, pressuring that. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that because this is going to go here or here. Both pieces at this point are hanging. They can move this rook over. Actually, sorry, they can move this rook to the dark score, not the light score. I would take if they moved right next to the queen. Or I can take this here in the end. So either way, I feel pretty good about that. I think you got to make that queen trade if you're white in that situation. I think that's going to end up biting them in the long run. A lot of good chess content coming out recently. And so a strange move to go here. I mean, I can just take... Opens up the A file. Yeah. I'm not seeing the strategy there, but okay. Either H3 with the idea of coming back here eventually, or just move here. Let's go ahead and do that. And that was not a good move. So I'm going to end up losing that bishop, but materially I'm feeling pretty good about this. Way, way up in material. Let's go ahead and bring the queen out. Little behind in time. Looking to move this rook to fe1, fe8, excuse me. And so threatening here is that dark score bishop. So let's go ahead and move the knight there, attacking that queen. Looking to trade rooks with him on the d file. Oh, I could have just taken there. I don't know what I was thinking. Should have just gone here. Yeah, that was a bad move on my part. Double up the rooks. He moves that king away, which, again, another kind of baffling move here. Seems kind of random the way that he's played tonight. And so this looks to be the possibility of a back rank check, but he did move here, so he can get out of it. I'm looking, is there a way to... Yeah. So right here, I can take the queen, and I've got check on the king. So gonna resign after that. So pretty well played on my part, I think. I don't know that there's a ton to look at there with just the randomness of that game. Let's look for one more. We got time for one more tonight. I'm going to be black again here. Playing Greg from the United States, and he starts e4, e5. 631 rated. A very typical opening. Let me know in the comments as well, guys, what other type of content that you guys would like to see. Because, you know, there's just a lot out there that I think that we can do, and I'm looking at possibly going over some lines, trying to learn some as well. The Joko piano game here. One of the most popular openings at this level of chess. I've played it many times. Bringing out the opposite score bishops. Looks like he's going to try and do the fried liver attack. Unfortunately, this just drops this piece because he did not move out that pawn. So right there, that was not the best move. If you move this up instead of castling there, then you can try and attack with the knight and fork the rook and the king, or the queen and the rook, excuse me. But in that situation, not really a possibility. I'm looking here at maybe even pulling back my queen. But let's first put some pressure right here. So they go ahead and move here. Bring out our light score bishop. And we're fully developed. All we got to do is castle. And go ahead and make them. And just like that, I dropped my queen. Ay. yeah, so this is what happens sometimes in blitz chess with me as I lose my sense of danger. They move to the they move that d4 pawn, and then they're able to take advantage of just very, very sloppy play. And disappointing for sure. Very disappointing. That, I made that type of mistake, but I guess that's what happens. Let's go ahead and bring this guy back. Probably looking to double up my G pawns on this side. Still only a piece down, but really, really poor play right there on my part. And not holding yourself accountable. This is why I was thinking about bringing that queen back earlier, and just to avoid a situation like that and not paying attention really hurts in that situation. Okay. Gonna hop that knight in here. The possibility of them bringing this knight out to that square is pretty good to try and protect the c2 square as we try and fork the rook and the queen here. But we'll see. Maybe they don't see it. Maybe they'll pull a Keaton and just not see it. We'll say, though, at this level, look, you can't count yourself out. So I try not to get too discouraged. Obviously, losing your queen is devastating. And, with grandmasters, the game's over. With really, once you get above like the 1200 level, I think you drop your queen, you're in dire straits. Obviously, you can come back from it, but it's much tougher. They bring their queen over, and they don't realize right here what they've just done is they've opened it up with the king now, and now I can take that queen, believe, without any issues, because you have to move the king out of check. And so in doing that, they ended up dropping their queen. So we've got ourselves a little bit of a barn burner here, folks. Lord, this is just blunder city. Let's go ahead and castle. Wow, I can't believe that. So they dropped their queen after I dropped my queen. And right here, I'm looking at pushing to the center. They've got a lot covering that. I think at the very least I'd have to move my c-pawn first. Even thinking about bringing this rook over. Let's do that. 88 here with the rook attacking this file. They actually hop there. That's a good move. Actually, I think that's a really good move on their part, because now they're eyeing this. Yeah, I don't like that one bit. Because I can't take here. If they take here, I take here. I'm going to lose a pawn out of it. There's really not very many ways for me to protect it. One thing I'm looking at doing, though, let's go ahead and move here, looking to attack and take one of their rooks. Something to keep in mind, this is going to put me in check. Okay. Now, eyeing this pawn, they got to bring one of their rooks over. They decide not to do that. And do I just want to kind of trade material here? I'll just bring this over just to be safe. And yeah, they're just not seeing that threat. And now I'll take one of their rooks. And so what looked like was going to be a big loss is now turning into not too bad of a game for me. I'm going to end up, think I could end up on top in this one. I'm definitely up in material, up 5 in material. So take that pawn there. Let's go ahead, put him in check, and then we'll be able to take this pawn. And, you know, they can try and promote here, but it's going to be tough with these two pawns to do that. And now that they don't have that, makes it even more difficult. I think actually what I'll do is I'll just block that piece in general from being able to move at all. Kind of trap this dark score bishop in there. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot he can do. I'm assuming, but that puts pressure on that rook. Yeah. Brings the rook up. Looking to get to the 7th rank on the C file on my next move. Let's go ahead and do that. Double up there. Let's go ahead and take this pawn. Okay, we've got a little time here, so let's think about this. Do I move here? I think probably that's the move to try and stop him from coming any further with that. He can't go here because of my light score bishop. and it allows me to move out and possibly force his... He's actually gonna really do that, but he's gonna find that now I'm gonna be able to push this pawn. He goes ahead and takes, but not much he can do with my king in this position. I'm just gonna have a free shot. All the way down here. So looking to promote my A pawn. He's not going to be able to get any closer with this king. So this is protected twice, once by the bishop and once by my pawn. And so maybe he tries to go here. And he can't really do much. Yeah, he can try and do that, but it's protected here by the bishop. And I can take, so I trapped him in there. So okay, so I'm able to get rid of that rook. And we can force this king away. Actually, I'm kind of hoping he moves that pawn here so I can just take back with my bishop. But I can also promote here, so yeah, there's not much they're going to be able to do at this point. Here. I'm actually thinking maybe I go here with my rook next to put him in check. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. Bring this rook over. That works out okay for me. Just take the pawn. Assuming maybe he goes there. Yeah, that was a bad move. Oh, shoot, and another stalemate. Oh, gosh. Ah. Yeah, let's look at this one, because this one, that was bad from the jump here. Let's go ahead and look at the report on this guy. Can't be good. Yeah, the accuracy on both of ours, I had 2 missed wins, so go ahead and move this screen a little bit. Oops, sorry if I moved it off there. Trying to keep everything. So a Joko piano game. That was a blunder from the start. They say actually that was a blunder as well. Ended up being a big blunder because I did end up not moving that. So that's where things went off the rails for me when I lost my queen. I'm able to capture back a few moves later. Yeah, this is just a lot of blunders, a lot of not very solid play. And I'm able to make some good moves to come back here. I'm happy with, kind of the way I came back. But that move split the pawn. You say I should have got to the 7th rank there, which I was looking to do. Then they just kept giving me pieces. So they say that's a blunder. Attacking this piece would have probably been the smart move as well. They say this is the missed win. So, yeah, I guess they're saying you move to the E file here, force him out, and then he goes up here, try and move him here, and then just, force him into the corner, I guess, is the idea. Maybe force this rook to come out. So, yeah, I saw that check there, but I was very worried about getting my pawn promoted, which I ended up obviously not doing. But yeah, at this point they were just trying to bait me into that, and so I should have just moved forward. That's another missed win. So 2 missed wins. Got to start playing better. It's a tough loss right there. So some Blitz chess for you. Split that tonight. We'll be doing Blitz on Monday and Wednesday. We'll do the 15-10 games on Sunday and Tuesday. And then on Thursdays, we'll do puzzles. So again, to keep that schedule, try and reinforce that for you. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment below. I appreciate all the support on the videos. Continue to keep commenting. Continue to keep telling me how you feel. And we'll get some people in here that have requested me as fans or as friends on chess.com. We'll get them in here, and we will have them play, see how that goes. And yeah, I look forward to that as well. You can reach out to me on chess.com, FiendKetto91. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later.